In a shocking proclamation that stunned the halls of Buckingham Palace and sent ripples through the royal corridors, King Charles made an unprecedented decision that forever changes the monarchy's landscape. The momentous announcement of enrolling all 3 Cambridge children into the prestigious Order of the Garter is not just tradition-defying, it whispers of strategies, allegiances, and a future redefined. But why now? And what does this signal for the House of Windsor? Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. In a world where protocols and lineage resonate as the heartbeat of royalty, King Charles's announcement lands like a shattering thunderbolt to enroll not 1, but all 3 Cambridge children as members of the esteemed order is an act that boldly sets aside centuries of tradition. Known for its illustrious past and guarded memberships, the Order of the Garter stands as a symbol of elite recognition within the British monarchy. Established by King Edward III in 1348, it has long been reserved for the most senior members of the royal family, along with knights and distinguished officers. Thus, this decision explodes into the royal consciousness, challenging norms and perceptions associated with this ancient tradition. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, vibrant with youth, and yet to establish their adult personas, stand as unlikely candidates thrust into a realm few would expect in their tender years. For these young heirs, the appointment brings an unexpected intrigue, promising a future dense with expectations. Within the palace, whispers transform into an unbridled chorus among courtiers and commentators alike, each grappling with the implications of this strategic shift. Not since the era of dramatic marriages and abdications has a single decision provoked such discourse and debate within royal circles. A palpable divide emerges, a tapestry woven from those clinging to the time-honored practices and those embracing progressive strides into unknown territory. In a monarchy, often besieged by the necessity of modernization versus historical grandeur, this move by King Charles signals more than a shift in tradition. It provokes a question of identity and the evolutionary path of the crown itself. Among the clattering teacups and hushed meetings, there is a lingering sense of unease or excitement, depending on whom you ask around the palace corridors. But beneath the surface of statecraft and ceremony lies the unspoken, a potential undercurrent of strategy rooted in the very heart of royal politics and familial dynamics. This decision, or perhaps gambit, poses a realm of possibilities that extend near infinite pathways for the monarchy's direction. Deeper whispers speculating alliances, consolidations of power, and the delicate balancing of a modern royal identity circulate, hinting that King Charles's move might be more calculated and grand in vision than apparent at first glance. As the weight of this unprecedented decision settles in, an unsettling question arises: is this a masterstroke of royal strategy, or a calculated gamble with unintended consequences? Dive deeper into the mind of King Charles, the calculated monarch whose decisions could reshuffle the future of the British throne. What lies behind his strategic move to induct his grandchildren into the Order of the Garter? Uncover the motivations steeped in legacy, power gambits, and a desire for unity that resonates beyond the palace walls. To the untrained eye, King Charles might appear as just another wayward soul on the throne, entangled in the opulence of castles and courtyards. Yet, beneath those august facades, lies a mastermind hidden behind a stoic visage. Charles harbours a vision for a monarchy that remains relevant in a world dizzying with change. As the whispers of modernization echo through the hallowed halls, King Charles emerges as a monarch embracing the winds of change, hoping to lead an era marked by inclusivity and foresight. However, the path ahead is fraught with shadows, not least the entrenched views of traditionalists who clutch tightly to bygone eras. To them, the induction of his grandchildren into age-old orders is not merely a modern gesture, it's a breach of the sacrosanct. Charles navigates this internal storm with a careful hand, a delicate dance of negotiation and allure. His vision encompasses the future of the monarchy, dreaming of a lasting legacy where the Cambridge dynasty stands unshakable, fundamentally woven into the very fabric of royal affairs. With this, he aims to prepare the ground for Prince William, his son, to inherit not just a crown, but an empire of influence. This strategic move is more than just the whimsy of a grandfather on a power gambit. It represents potential tectonic shifts in the fabric of royal hierarchy, Much hangs in the balance as the dynamics of power flicker in uncertainty. Charles is aware of the burgeoning power that his decisions hold over Prince William's future accession. It is as though he is setting pieces on a grand chessboard, each move calculated to perfection, ensuring that when William eventually ascends, he does so on a foundation fortified by years of meticulous planning. Yet, one cannot overlook the pervasive sense of ambition that burns quietly in Charles's heart. An ambition not just to rule, but to redefine, to leave a mark that renounces the shadows of centuries past in favor of a lasting imprint that alters the very DNA of the monarchy. Behind closed doors, covert alliances are forged, alliances that whisper of discreet negotiations weaving through the silken tapestry of royal ranks. As Charles orchestrates this opulent renaissance, he does so with an intricate understanding of both power and promise, poised on the cusp of a new dawn. But even strategic masterminds invite tumult, and as tensions build within the regal family, one must ask, what storms are brewing beneath the gilded facade of Buckingham Palace? In the heart of the British monarchy, alliances are made and broken in silence, and whispered conversations wield more might than royal decrees. The dramatic induction of the Cambridge children ignites a power struggle that threatens to unveil the delicate game of thrones played behind the scenes of the palace's grandeur. The air was thick with tension, a static clinging to the walls of Buckingham Palace, as if the very bricks of the age-old edifice recorded each secret, each ambitious glance. As the venerable Duke of Edinburgh observed these young heirs, with a mixture of resigned wisdom and simmering disquiet, he sensed a shift in the court's rigid dance. Each elevation and title bestowed upon the Cambridge children promised not only honour, but disruption, a glance backward to traditions as solid as stone, yet now teetering under the weight of modern expectations. Princess Anne, with her hawk-like gaze and formidable presence, eyed closely, her silence a testament to her strategic prowess, calculating each move on this invisible chessboard where every piece mattered. Prince Edward harboured quietly his dreams and aspirations, cloaked in the shadows of his siblings, eager but ambivalent, caught between duty and personal ambition, the soul of a man struggling against the chains of order. In the labyrinthine corridors of power, murmurings of rivalry unfurled like heraldic banners, unfurling unseen yet deeply felt. These were not mere familial squabbles. They were battles for future claims, unwritten chapters of history waiting to be inked in the blood of ambitions. Allies turned wary foes in private corners, where clandestine meetings were convened with all the urgency of a coup, and advisory councils resounded with impassioned debates. In a room full of confidantes and adversaries alike, the very foundations of loyalty came under siege. Was loyalty bound by birthright or the fervour of a new dawn each wanted to claim for themselves? Amidst this boiling cauldron of personal and royal aspirations, the media, the ever-vigilant sentinels of sensation, waited hungrily outside the gates like wolves at the door. Every raised eyebrow, every sharp remark, and careless whisper was fodder for the tabloids, feeding on the monarchy's inner storm and amplifying whispers to roars heard across lands. Their narratives threatened to overshadow the realities within, painting pages that fanned public intrigue and speculation, further deepening the fissures within the House of Windsor. Yet, this was more than a mere unfolding of the court's inner workings. It was an omen of an impending confrontation that could forever alter the tangled web of familial ties. As royal duty clashed with individual desire, the palace teetered on the brink of a schism that could redefine age-old customs and relationships. A confrontation loomed inevitable, palpable, like a thunderstorm gathering on the horizon, ready to unleash its torrent upon this storied dynasty. Amidst the growing storm, another captivating saga unfolds, a tale of innocence, duty, and the unbearable weight of destiny placed on young shoulders. Behind the gilded crown, beneath the robes of grandeur, are three children whose lives are forever transformed by a choice they did not make. As Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis assume their places in history, the world watches with bated breath. Are these young heirs but pawns in the royal game, or will they rise as powerful figures in their own right? The Cambridge children, shielded by royal tradition, yet laid bare before the gaze of millions, embark on a journey laced with complexity and potential. Their childhoods appear as innocent as any, filled with laughter and discovery, yet the shadows of their destined roles stretch far and wide, a looming curtain they cannot easily draw back. In the moments of their simplest joys, tagging through gardens and riding ponies, the silent notes of the roles they are to play echo with relentless persistence. Upon these tender shoulders now rests the weight of a nation's expectations, an inheritance both beautiful and burdensome. Each public appearance is a trial of grace under scrutiny, each misstep potentially magnified into spectacle. The world waits, poised, ready to be enchanted by their smiles, yet quick to ponder the heavy crown pricking beneath. Do these innocent faces feel the tightening grip of expectation, or do they sway unknowingly under its watchful eye? This duality casts poignancy over their experiences, awakening the public's admiration, tinged with an undeniable concern. Can childhood remain unscathed amidst royal duty, or will it blend into a tapestry where whimsy and responsibility intertwine? It's a question that lingers insistently, as enduring as it is unanswerable. Among them, Prince George, the eldest son, is emerging with a maturity that transcends his years, aware on some innate level of the destiny charted before him. He wears his knowledge quietly, his young brow occasionally furrowed as if feeling the pulse of future responsibilities. Those who observe him in fleeting moments wonder not if he will be king, but how he will choose to reign when his time comes. His presence speaks volumes of unspoken words, each echo carrying questions of legacy and leadership that only time will reveal. Princess Charlotte, too, has begun to capture hearts with her surprising aptitude for the spotlight, a burgeoning talent that hints at untapped potential. Her playful manner belies a quiet confidence, an understanding of the limelight that suggests both poise and resolve waiting to unfurl. Is it a harbinger of her future role in the royal constellation, a position she may choose to shape on her terms? Her capacity to navigate these pathways implies a strength that defies her tender years, a spectrum of possibilities inching towards the horizon. As for Prince Louis, the family's youngest, his place in this intricate tapestry remains as yet undefined. He stands encircled by the warmth of kin and uncertainty alike, a world of future conjectures swirling around him. His story is budding, untouched yet by the urgency of regal expectation, a narrative not yet inscribed on the annals of history. But how long does innocence abide beside the throne, where the sonorous call of duty is ever insistent? As the young Cambridge heirs grapple with a destiny thrust upon them, the echoes of history calling out illustrate that not all legacies come wrapped in harmony. The venerable order of the Garter is shrouded in rich history, prestige, and more than a few ghostly tales of past inductees whose true, bled spirits linger. The air around this esteemed chivalric order buzzes with whispers of glory and disgrace, where the names engraved upon ancient scrolls echo their deeds and misdeeds louder than any jubilee. Founded in the dim recesses of medieval times, the order has always been veiled in a tapestry of honour and enigma, a tapestry that now unfurls before the Cambridge children as they are thrust into its mysterious folds with their unexpected titles. The foundations of the order quake with tales of betrayal, each stone of Windsor Castle seemingly echoing the footsteps of those who once marched proudly, only to stumble into infamy. Throughout its storied past, the order has seen members whose names rose to heights of renown, only to plummet into the depths of scandal. Sir Thomas Malory, a knight of noble tongue but tarnished deeds, penned the Arthurian tales while sitting in captivity for various allegations that cast shadows upon the order's virtuous image. There were others, like the once revered Emperor Sigismund, whose diplomatic maneuvers and missteps left reverberations that jarred the very essence of royal unity. The spirits of such figures are said to wander the storied halls, their restless presence a reminder of the perilous line between honour and disgrace. Moreover, there are chilling tales that hiss the histories of conspiracies woven within the hallowed ranks of the order. The infamous tale of the Earl of Surrey, whose verses challenged boundaries, while his alliances plotted against crown and country, only to find the kiss of the executioner. His legacy, like others, is a ghostly caution that haunts the corridors where today's heirs tread lightly. These spectral echoes serve as both a warning and a guide to the Cambridge progeny, who now must navigate the intricate lacework woven by centuries of political might and intrigue without being ensnared by. The same fateful traps, woven into the current era, are unmistakable parallels to such historic royal debacles. As the grandeur of past events bleeds into the present, the weight of history grows heavy on the shoulders of current-day royals. The miniature dynasties of today's academic and other elite societies seem like faint reflections in the Garter's ancestral mirror, sparking debates over whether the order's illustrious power serves as a cherished boon or a catastrophic curse. Does the honor ennoble, or does it simply open the door to inevitable demise under the weight of expectation? Chilling anecdotes further amplify this uncertainty. The stories continue to enchant with tales of spectral knights seen wandering Windsor's grounds, eternal reminders of vows broken and kept. These ghostly spectres, reminiscing about the days when chivalry was both a shield and a dagger, keep the spirits of past royals pulsating within the very marrow of public imagination. The tales are as much cautionary as they are captivating, forever binding the present with the fates of the past, with the past haunting the present. The time draws near for Charles's daring gambit to face an unpredictable challenge from outside the royal gates. The British monarchy, so steeped in tradition and pageantry, is not immune to the storms of the outside world. Beyond the velvet curtain corridors, simmering threats gather, plotting to exploit the turmoil within and without. As shadows gather, who are these unseen enemies, and how might they use King Charles's bold move against him? It is no secret that the monarchy stands at a precipice, teetering between centuries-old customs and the demands of a modern world. As King Charles breaks from tradition, eyes both near and far watch with keen interest. In the depth of whispered corridors and hushed meetings, several external forces begin to emerge, each trembled against the control column. Political powerhouses, whose authority once lay wrapped around the monarchy like a comforting shroud, now seek to loosen the threads, seeing vulnerability as cracks to wedge their influence. These unseen adversaries, lurking in the shadows, sense an opportunity to exploit the disarray and reconfigure the delicate balance of power. Covert factions, masters of camouflage, blend seamlessly into the backdrop of revolutionized politics. Some whisper rebellion, others murmur reform, each seeking to claim a piece of the throne's diminishing sanctuary as ripples of unrest echo throughout the Commonwealth. Once seen as the binding glue of loyal alliances, the Commonwealth now crackles with ambiguity, each nation a theatre of potential and peril. In the cautious gazes of Commonwealth leaders, uncertainty breeds speculation. Their whispered concerns snake their way into political discussions, questioning if the monarchy can withstand these onslaughts without compromising its revered dignity. Media scrutiny, the relentless observer, lay bare every decision, every indiscretion. Once a mighty fortress, the palace's very walls seem porous to prying eyes, clamoring for a story, a misstep, anything that could ignite the curiosity of a world hungry for spectacle. A public, wielding the power of opinion like a double-edged sword, can hoist the monarchy upon a pedestal or cut it down to size. Public perception morphs, a living beast fed by the pulse of online forums, social feeds, headlines screaming with urgency. The monarchy stands at the mercy of an audience, eager for narrative, quick to pounce on scandal, slower to bestow grace or reality that King Charles must navigate with unwavering deftness. International reactions swirl with a peculiar intensity, each nation's gaze a prism, reflecting its own aspirations and fears. Allies question stability while adversaries circle, awaiting any sway in posture that signals weakness. Global perceptions hover like a cloud, a threat, yet a mirror, reflecting every action, every reaction, back upon those gilded corridors. What could follow if threats remain unchecked is the essence of nightmares, a slow erosion of iconic heritage, the surrendering of sovereign sanctity to a cacophony of foreign voices, a chilling scenario of dissolution that sends tremors down familiar spines. Yet when plotted shadows encircle, few things are more powerful than the steadfast devotion of family, rallying against an enemy's whispers on the wind. In times of turbulence, families either unite with unbreakable bonds or fracture under pressure. As tensions peak within the royal household, see how the Windsors respond to the gathering storm, rediscovering lost bonds or unraveling in the grip of discord. Within the regal halls, some see torchbearers of hope, while others witness the early signs of disunion. Prince William and Duchess Kate stand at the heart of this delicate balance, a modern-day cornerstone of tradition and expectations. Their influence echoes throughout the palace corridors, and from each exchange and gesture, a new narrative unfolds. They walk a tightrope of responsibility, balancing the line between unifying the family or inadvertently creating divisions that cut deeper than they intend. As public figures, their personal challenges blend with their royal duties, a marriage of appearances and authentic leadership that tests their bond amidst public scrutiny. Decisions that appear straightforward are laden with implications. Their every step sets a tone for the monarchy in an era that demands both preservation and progress. From across the Atlantic, Prince Harry watches from a distance, exile still fresh like a wound, just dressed. Away from the immediacy of royal life, he wears the burden of distance, a paradox of liberation and longing. His history with brother William adds a complex layer to current events, memories of shared childhood days mingling with the shared pain of adult division. Recent estrangements with the Sussexes are complex, intricate as a tapestry, with twists of understanding and misunderstanding. Harry embodies a narrative of choice of heart over heritage, and his voice, though distanced by miles, resonates. He walks as both an outsider and the keeper of memories, threading a connection that cannot easily unravel with time or tide. Princess Anne stands unyielding, a bulwark amidst the floating uncertainties. Her pragmatic nature has become an anchor in these restless seas. Anne's voice, with its unwavering rationality, cuts through the fog, offering clarity when doubt seems to be the only constant. Her role, oftentimes unsung yet critically vital. She navigates the complex web of family relations, maintaining a measure of stability that whispers calm into chaos. She is the embodiment of resolve, the steady hand on the tiller guiding the family through the choppy waters of change. This is a family both bound and confined by bloodlines, stretching across generations. Siblings finding unity in echoes, cousins catching fragments of bygone eras in the mirror, reflections of current affairs. Each generation grapples with legacies and their burdens. Love and rivalry dance hand in hand through the decades, each step echoing with unsaid promises and unresolved tensions. The past is ever present, a silent observer to each interaction, reminding them that rebellion and restoration often walk parallel paths. Under the guise of opulent banquets and ceremonial gatherings lie secret dialogues, clandestine meetings that either herald reconciliation or deepen the chasms of division. Yet it is in the unexpected alignments that intrigue finds its finest form, unearthing the capacity for adaptation in a family both resilient and ragged. Bonds tested are not bonds broken. And in the face of external and internal adversities, they may yet forge new alliances unexpected by even their keenest observers. The convergence of these forces, a spectrum of emotions and political deftness, builds to an inevitable crescendo, a testament to both royal resistance and the underlying dissonance that vibrates with every spoken word and silent glance. As royals rally and reassess their paths, every twist compounds, leading us to a decisive moment that neither time nor tradition can forestall. The day has arrived, the stately Garter ceremony poised to etch these young heirs into the annals of British history. Gathered in splendor, the monarchy's future balances on the edge of ceremony, spectacle, and silent expectancies. Yet, in a world where the glint of a sword can seal destinies, nothing ever goes exactly as planned. Against the majestic backdrop of Windsor Castle, draped in flags that flutter with timeless authority, a sea of expectant faces gazes up at the bastion of British tradition. Inside this venerable fortress, the atmosphere is electric, a heady mix of reverence and hushed anticipation. The grandeur of the ancient stonework is mirrored in the polished shoes and ceremonial regalia of those assembled, each garment a testament to centuries of heritage. Yet beneath this veneer of decorum, an undercurrent of anxiety permeates, whispered conversations carrying untold mysteries that could unravel at the slightest provocation. As the grand entrance procession begins, the rhythmic clatter of horse hooves and the stately march of the guards resonate through the courtyard, underpinning the gravity of the occasion. The procession, a tapestry of colour and movement, wins its way towards the heart of the castle sea, symbolizing not just an event, but the very heartbeat of a nation, reinforced through solemn pageantry. Each step forward is measured, every gesture practiced, yet the air is thick with a tension as palpable as the jewels that adorn the royal banner. For amidst the fluttering gowns and gleaming swords, hidden in plain sight are the hopes and fears of those who stand in their ancestors' shadows. All eyes turn to Charles, whose profound speech echoes through the hallowed halls. He speaks with a gravitas born of experience, his words a delicate dance of tradition and the throbbing pulse of modernity. Layered with meaning, his speech is a call to arms, a steadfast commitment to the lineage he represents, while subtly acknowledging the shifting tides of time. His voice, at once steady and resonant, hints at the weight he bears, not just as a monarch, but as a father and a steward of history. It is a speech designed not only to affirm his presence, but to galvanize all those who look to him for guidance. Meanwhile, the Cambridge children stand as living symbols of continuity, their young faces a canvas of emotions that range from wide-eyed awe to a stinging brush with apprehension. Their presence is a reminder of the kingdom's future, their every reaction capturing what is both thrilling and terrifying about assuming such great responsibility. To them, this day is more than ceremony. It is a step into a legacy they have been born into and one day will shepherd into the unknown. As the tides of ceremony surge around them, the ripple effects are felt far beyond the walls of Windsor. Attendees feel their own stories and ambitions reflected in the grandeur before them, each of them part of the sprawling tapestry of history being woven in real time. The royal household, an entity unto itself, pulsates with the quiet hum of duty, while the watching world holds its collective breath, aware that these moments will be etched into the cultural narrative. Suddenly, an unexpected twist unfurls with the grace of a sword drawn from its sheath, its metallic ring breaking the rhythm of the occasion. A whispered rumor, a fleeting glitch in the proceedings, a gesture misinterpreted, all serve to remind those present that beneath the commanding veneer of ceremony lies the vulnerability of any human enterprise. Doubts flicker like shadows in the candle-lit crowd, an invitation for intrigue to dance briefly in the solemnity of the day. Yet, as the swords are sheathed and the dust of the ceremony settles, the monarchy still stands bruised or emboldened. Only time will crystallize King Charles's resonant legacy. The echoes of the day's events ripple outward, shaping interpretations, perceptions, and inevitably, judgments. The future looms as both a promise and a challenge, its silhouette etched against the storm-swept horizon, a testament to the resilience of an institution as old as the stones of Windsor itself. For now, the story draws a breath, pulling in the scent of history and exhaling determination, ready to face whatever trials tomorrow may bring. As a new dawn breaks over the British Isles, the echoes of change resound in a monarchy that stands altered, yet stands altered, yet stead. In the wake of profound upheaval, explore how this singular decision reshapes royal culture and the future paths of these freshly minted members of the Order of the Garter. The ceremony that unfolded with such grandeur and significance marks an epoch where the young Cambridge find themselves vested with newfound empowerment. To the world, this is more than a mere ritual. It is a bold embodiment of renewal, a pledge towards a future brimming with promise, yet shadowed by the weight of historic duty. As the crown gleams under the morning sun, glistening with renewed purpose, the monarchy heir rages reborn. The air hangs heavy with anticipation, a blend of age-old tradition and forward-thinking resolve. What was once a distant beacon for many now stands tangible and near a symbol of unity that seeks to heal wounds left gaping from trials past. The royal family, once adrift amidst waves of public skepticism, now anchors itself with a fresh image of solidarity, bridging eras with grace, while illuminating a path toward a cohesive, benevolent reign. Yet, this transformation does not come without scrutiny. Public sentiment, a swirling current of admiration, ambivalence and intrigue, converges upon the monarchy with renewed fervor. Royal commentators on tenterhooks analyze each move with the precision of a watchmaker. Their opinions weave a tapestry of speculation and anticipation, chronicling a metamorphosis that captures every eye. Will history recall this moment as the pivotal rebirth, the turning of a gilded page, or as a fleeting echo that merely reverberated through the halls of legacy? History will, without doubt, rest its gaze upon King Charles's reign, a reign now intertwined with this courageous decision. His rule, marked by a willingness to embrace the unknown, interlaces the destinies of both the monarchy and nation. The stakes, towering as bastions of yore, present a duality: to forge ahead while carrying the age-old torch, to be the guardian of tradition while nurturing the seeds of change. The world watches, a witness to a kingdom both sturdy and supple, as it dances between its golden past and an unwritten future. And so, amidst this powerful narrative, we are left with a quiet reflection, a poignant understanding of the enduring force of tradition amidst change. In this gilded crucible of heritage, where lineage and modernity entwine their fates, the tale unfolds. Royal blood courses through veins that will forever shape destinies, regal or otherwise. As the pages of history turn, one thing remains a certainty: these stories, painted with the brushstroke of time and told through whispers of lineage, will continue to traverse the corridors of eternity.